Hi there guys, it's Pip from pipweekly.com, and today I just wanted to share some thoughts with you about taking on other people's problems. So in order to do that, I just want to illustrate a situation that's going on in my life. So I work for the National Trust. I am a cleaner and I work in a beautiful 80-acre garden with some fantastic staff and volunteers. Now in my department there's only 2 of us, and we get to work together just one day a week, which is a Wednesday. Now my colleague that I work with is certainly going through some rough times at the moment. A lot of them are involving other people, relationship related, and when we're together on a Wednesday it's a good time for him to let off some steam and run those problems by me, just as an outside source, and we spend time looking at those problems and trying to see if we can find a solution. The thing is, I have to be very careful not to take his problems on, and that applies to all of us, and that's for several reasons. The first is we have to appreciate that everybody is on a different path. So the problems that I have will be different to the problems that he has and different to the problems that you have. And the reason for that is those problems are there as a hurdle that we are meant to get over, so they're there to help us grow and develop as people, to improve ourselves and to improve the lives around us. Maybe they're there to teach us a lesson, maybe they're there to stop us doing the same thing again in future. So by solving his problems I might actually be doing him a disservice because I'm not allowing him to grow. The second reason is by finding a solution myself, I'm not actually giving him the option and the space required for him to find the best solution for him. What I think might be ideal might not be what he thinks is ideal, and so all I can do is offer suggestions. The third reason, of course, is because I have problems of my own. I already have a list of priorities, and by dropping my buckets and running off to help him, it means that I might be neglecting things that are of high priority to me. For example, working my business, which it will help me look after my family better in the future. So by that you can actually end up sacrificing your own mental health by trying to improve somebody else's. Now of course I'm not saying that if you don't have a solution you shouldn't offer it. If you are willing to take action physically and you're happy to do that, that's wonderful. Always give where you can. Or if you are able to offer some advice or know somebody who's been through a similar situation, or even know some resources, maybe you know a great website that might help. You should always put those forth if somebody is struggling. We do grow from the people around us and we don't grow in as a vacuum. So that is very important, and it's important of course to show that empathy and understanding. We all have problems, and the problems that somebody else is facing I know that I will probably go through at some part of my life. So it's important to be there and to at least offer support even if we don't have the answers and we've never been through something similar. The other thing I wanted to illustrate for you today might come across as a bit heartless, but that is, I strongly advise you not to go saving people from situations and dramas that they themselves have created. What do I mean by that? So again, going back to my colleague, he fully understands that he invested in the relationships that he has, and he knows that if it's too much he has to walk away from that. There is no such thing as a magic bullet, and I can't come in on a white horse to save him. So as I say, some of the dramas are self-created. Some people seem to create a lot of dramas in their life. I'm sure you've come across people like that in the past. Particularly because they have a certain habit that they keep forming. Maybe they keep getting in touch with people who are not the best quality people for them. I certainly have known of people who have continually chosen partners or friends who are not really good partners or friends at all. Maybe that's due to their conditioning, and all you can do is kind of gently point that out to them. It's not easy. But again, that is something that they themselves have to come to terms with and change when they're ready to change. And again, you can end up dropping your buckets and running away from your priorities people will always have problems in their lives. So you could basically neglect what's important to you your whole life trying to solve other people's issues, and I strongly suggest you don't do that. It will, completely drain you. So that's the message from me today. I hope you found that useful. Maybe you need to look back at a person that you've known or still know, and just bear that in mind when speaking to somebody. Try not to take on their emotions. Do try and offer support and guidance, and definitely offer empathy and a listening ear. That's probably the most important thing. A lot of time people just want to be heard. They don't really want you to solve their issues, but they do just want to let people around them know how they are feeling. That is, of course, one of the basic elements of being human and feeling valued. You feel like somebody cares and is listening to you. So that's all from me today. Hope you're well. Always feel free, of course, to check out my website at pipwheatley.com. Wheatley is spelled Wheatley. And on there I've put a load of blogs for you, and they're just there to help you find a better quality of life, really. I'm sure that you've done several amazing things in your life, and you're a great person. So there are just some thoughts on there about finding a greater meaning in life, what we really need to focus on, and things like how to recognise when work is getting a bit stagnant and you have the potential to do more, and just finding ways past those things that everybody gets stuck with. So that's all from me. Feel free to comment below, and otherwise you have a great day. Take care. Bye bye now.